On this episode of Richard Needs an External Monitor at All Times, I'm reviewing the BossTouch PM156WT. This is a USB-C connected monitor. I recently purchased this monitor that was probably fall in 2019. I've been traveling a lot for work, and the fact that it's going through USB-C is very convenient. This is the monitor itself. This is actually the back showing the company and the bizarre name of BossTouch. This is the front and the accessories that come with it. This is the cradle. This is similar to what I've seen for Nintendo DS's. It's kind of cheap, but it's a folding stand. There's a USB-C to USB-C cable that can transmit data, so that will drive a monitor. There's a USB-A plug to USB-C, and this allows to power the monitor if you need it. And then there's also a short HDMI to micro HDMI along with a short mini DisplayPort cable. All these cables are approximately the width of the monitor, so you can just barely connect other way around, but you can go HDMI to device, although it's usually better to go the other side. How I normally use this is, since my laptop has USB-C, I attach it directly. I have used the HDMI, actually when I did my motherboard review. It's a good test monitor. It's very easy to set up. But another convenient thing is that it can power the host or laptop through the monitor. So I use a USB-C power brick for my laptop no matter what. And we'll attach it to the power. Now, one of my complaints with this monitor is that all of the labels are on the back side, and they're not even complete. There's no silk screening here. So I used my label maker to make some additional notation. And then I cover it up where I put my name because I'm paranoid about YouTube. So I'm using that for power. This is the USB-C display protocol. I forget what that is called. There's a technical term for it. And then it's just long enough to attach here. So I cut out a little bit of the video so that you can't see the icons on my desktop. Again, I'm paranoid, but now I've got the Amazon page in case you can't find it yourself. The Amazon description is a little incorrect for particularly the base, and it's whatever, it's a cheap monitor. So some considerations with this. It does not have any speakers, which I think is fine. It does have a audio jack right here, so if you want to plug in a headset. However, headset's the incorrect term because it only does audio out. I really wish I could use my real headset for making telephone calls through it, but alas, it's not supported. The viewing angle is relatively good. Yeah, you can still pretty much see it. I previously had a USB monitor from AOC and I had a terrible viewing angle. This one's fine. I purchased this as USB-C monitors were coming out. At the time, it was pretty much the only one in stock on Amazon, and so I got next day shipping because I was getting on an airplane, and it worked out. There is a model with a touch screen, which I would have liked to have purchased. So USB-C can support a display device as demonstrated with this laptop. Not all phones do that. Not all phones support that, but more and more modern phones do. And so it would have been very nice to have an external monitor for my phone. Now, I am unsure if the touch capability would extend to a phone. That would be really cool to use, like on an airplane. You effectively have an entire computer between this and maybe a Bluetooth keyboard. You're pretty much set to actually do real work on your telephone. But even just as a external monitor for the laptop, it's fine. I do wish the cables were a little bit longer, but it's a cheap monitor and cables are expensive. This monitor also can power itself off of the laptop. Should recover from that. Yeah. So here the laptop's running off battery and the monitor is powered. Some competitor monitors have a battery integrated into them, which would be a nice feature, but again, this is a very budget option, so I'm not going to complain about that. The HDMI and DisplayPort naturally would not work without some sort of power source, but you probably could power this off a power bank. Overall, it works well.